Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how restriction begets resentment and how to raise your kids. Yes, kids are teaching you how to raise kids, okay?
We're not masters, by the way.
But we're the most knowledgeable because we are kids.
Yes, but we're not, again, we can't claim to be super parents. Like, obviously, we're not. We're going to give a little bit of advice.
Yeah, we're going to give our observations.
We're not going to teach you fully how to raise your kids. That's impossible.
This is just a small tidbit.
Small tidbit of information that you shouldn't do. So, yeah, this is, what's it called again?
Restriction begets resentment. Basically, if you restrict your kids a lot, like restrict everything they can do and see and watch or play, whatever, they're just gonna not like you.
If you're monitoring them 24/7, they're not.
Don't be those obsessive parents who have to install like a monitor on their kid's computer and constantly check their search history. No, it just makes them really annoyed and paranoid and dislike you. And even though it's probably really hard to face the idea that your kid could be encountering these mature things and stuff. They're going to encounter it whether you do that or not. It's better that you just let them do it on their own.
Yeah, obviously you shouldn't just let them do anything they want, because that's just
stupid. That it's just obviously you don't want to let them do drugs and stuff, but generally I think you should allow them to do anything that's not destructive to their body or destructive to others or things like that.
I agree. Yeah, because, alright, so we have a friend who this kind of happened to him. So, his parents...
Mega strict.
His parents only allowed to watch G movies, can't play certain games, always had to monitor where he was. He literally couldn't even go to, some of the bathrooms were locked off, and he was locked off from certain rooms and stuff, and he was so restricted, and at school he could only do this, and he could only hang out between these times and stuff.
But the thing was, before these restrictions were lifted, he was like a massive jerk.
He was. And
he was a huge bully and rude to lots of people. But then he's gotten better over time. But I think that not being allowed to be exposed to anything objectionable and constantly being controlled and monitored and never allowed to do anything he wanted.
It's communism.
Communism. But it just made him resent his parents.
He hated his parents.
He hates his parents. He still hates them. And it just made him resent his parents and everyone. Because everyone had all these privileges that he didn't. Or most people.
And we don't blame him. I don't blame him. If you're watching this, I don't blame you. You did that. That's what happened to you and stuff. And again, I said, he was just so restricted. No questions allowed. No questions asked. He had to be forced to do these things and stuff. And again, he just hated his parents.
His entire life was controlled.
I remember hearing multiple times from other friends that he would constantly just say, "Oh yeah, I hate them. I hate my parents. My dad sucks. I hate him. He's so annoying," and blah blah blah, and stuff like that. And again, this just isn't good for your child, because your child needs to figure out some stuff on their own.
And I think that not allowing children to experience the world naturally makes it more dangerous when they actually experience the world.
Because it's going to be super sudden.
And jarring. And then I think they're more inclined to get into destructive practices if they don't have any experience or knowledge of those things beforehand.
Educate your kids. Don't be shy to tell them, hey, drugs, they're not good for you. And just don't let them do anything harmful, but allow them to at least see some stuff. You gotta allow them to watch at least some PG-13 movies. I'm sorry, no matter how, you could shelter your kid until they're 14 and only watch PG movies, and then they're gonna get out into the real world, and people are gonna be cussing left and right and stuff like that, and they're gonna be like, "What the heck? I'm sorry, but you can't shield your parents from some of the violence or you can't shield your parents. You can't shield your kids from some of the violence and swearing in PG-13 movies and stuff That's common speak in the real world.
They have to I think it's just better for them to learn about that stuff before they get out into the real world.
Yeah, at work. My work is a PG-13 to R movie and stuff like that. There are horrible, filthy jokes and stuff.
The standard work environment of any place really is basically an R movie. In terms of language and stuff.
Yeah, so you should at least don't show your
obviously we're not saying...
Don't show your 10-year-old Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah,
okay?
we're not saying that. But we're just saying that you need to be reasonable. Like,
Yeah.
I thought my parents were pretty reasonable.
I thought
They
so,
let
too.
me pretty much watch whatever, as like as soon as I was around 14 or whatever, I was pretty much allowed to watch R-rated movies.
Yeah, same with me.
I felt that was pretty fair.
Yeah,
and
me
too. And we grew up pretty fine.
Yeah, don't and again, like,
We're not going to become homicidal maniacs.
No, and like and obviously they didn't show us R-rated movies that were like 15 Shades of 50 Shades of Grey or anything that was like a freaking porn movie. No, we're talking about like kind of R-rated like action movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like The Matrix. That's barely an R movie.
Nowadays, I feel like that would be considered PG-13.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's all. Do you want to talk about anything? I don't have anything
No,
else,
I think that's enough.
I think that's it. So,
thank you for watching this video.
if you liked it, since you made it all the way through, congratulations. Give you
all the way through 6 minutes.
A clap. Well, tons of people don't like to watch philosophical videos. So
that's true.
Thank you so much. We're not trying to preach to you about how we're so enlightened. Again, we don't.
We sit on the pedestal of humanity.
We don't parent kids and stuff, but we're just, again, we wanted to make an observation and stuff like that. But
yeah,
if you liked it, subscribe, make sure to comment video ideas. Thank you for making it through, and have a good one. Bye.